thing will operate. So you just need to define the parameters. Once you have defined it, you don't need to do anything else. Your biggest job is just to do fitness function. Now, this fitness function, you will define it in your M file. Now, while writing this M file, you just need to keep two things in mind. That MATLAB operates on matrices, okay? And when you use any evolutionary algorithm like GA, they usually operate on population, like group of solution or parents or whatever you call it. So say if you call your population to be like 20, you select your, you know this, right?
Yes,
20 chromosomes.
So you have 20 chromosomes. Okay. And say if you have function something like this, say you want to optimize this x1 into x2 plus 10 cos x1 plus something like that. So you have two variables to be optimized. So you have like two search dimension. So you call d is equal to 2. So if you had some function like x1 square into x2 into x3 into 10 x3, something like that. In that case, you have three
X1,
parameters to be
X1,
optimized, right?
X1, X2, X3.
Yeah. So you have three parameters to be optimized here. You have two parameters to be optimized here. So based on this, you have search dimension d is equal to 3 or d is equal to 2. Now, how this GA will operate in this 2? Say if you specify your population to be 20, right? So it will create a matrix of NP cross T. That means it will have NP rows and B columns. What does it mean? That one row in this matrix is equivalent to one chromosome or one parent.
One pathway.
Yes. So let's say we take this case, D is equal to 3. So in this case, our matrix will be 20 cross 3. Okay. If you take one row, it will be something, let us say xi, let us say I row, ith row. Okay, so it is xi1, xi2, and xi3. And this entire row is your one parent or chromosome. Okay, so if you specify 20, you will have like 20 rows, similar 20 rows. And that is how you have your entire population. This is very important. If you have any question, ask me now.
Parent means two chromosome. Yeah, it means XI and X.
Single chromosome.
Single chromosome.
X is variable. Do not confuse it with your chromosome. It can be Y, Y2, Y3, or A, A2, A3. It's just variable. Forget about it. It's a single chromosome or single parent.
One row is single chromosome.
Yes.
Single chromosome will have all of the variables, right?
Yes. So this single row is equivalent to your one parent or chromosome. Clear? Okay. So that way, when you specify population of 20, you will have 20 cross 3, 30 cross 3, right? What else? Yeah, if you had 4 variables, then it will be 20 cross 4, and it will have 4 here. Right? So yeah, this is important thing. Now, when you design your M file, when you write, not design, when you write your script in M file about your objective function, let us say for this function, you need to keep two things in mind. This guy, this tool will send this one matrix, this entire matrix. So say you have this GA2 and you have your M file. This M file has a problem which you're going to solve using GA. So what this guy will do, it will send this entire matrix to this M file, and this M file will return the
Fitness value.
value, this F for this entire matrix. Now, okay, so here goes your population, and here comes your fitness.
And the fitness function is which one of them?
Any one of this, since we are
No, in the
considering
block now. Which one is the fitness? The fitness.
fitness is obviously M file will return the fitness to Optim tool, right? Okay. Now when you look at the fitness will have
20 by 1.
exactly. Fitness will be 20 by 1 or NP by 1. Since our case is NP is equal to 20, it will be, in general, it will be NP cross 1. Got this one? Because for a single parent, a single chromosome, there will be only one objective function value, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you have NP cross 1 fitness. So you supply this entire population of NP cross D, and you get this fitness of NP cross 1. This is the only thing you need to keep in mind. Now this flow you can control from your Optim tool. So you have two options. You can send entire matrix, or you can send one parent at a time and get one fitness at a time. So instead of sending this entire matrix, what you'll do, you'll just send this one row at a time.
I will have 3 fitness function. Isn't this problem?
You will
Because-
not have three fitness function.
No, NB is the number. As example, if we have 20 chromosome, I will have 20 fitness function.
No. See, you have three values. For one parent, you have three values: x1, x2, x3, right? If you put it here, you will get single value of f.
Okay, you mean the values?
Yes. So fitness function will always be one. So yeah, if you select the serial option, it will send only one parent or chromosome at a time and get its fitness at a time. But this will be much slower.
Parallel.
Yeah, because this is parallel processing, this is serial processing. So this thing can be controlled from here. Most of you will have problem over in that thing in M file. When you write your M file, you need to keep that thing in mind. So if you scroll down here, you see this evaluate fitness and constraint function. It says in serial, vectorize in parallel, right? So when you say in serial, it will take single chromosome, send it to M file, this thing. Send it to M file, get single fitness, and do it like a for loop. Now when you select in parallel, it will send the entire matrix and get the entire matrix of fitness. That is it.
What's the difference between parallel and vectorize?
Vectorize, I think, I'm not sure.
Vector by
Use
vector?
parallel. In principle, vectorize and parallel should be same, as far as I know. As far as I know, but there should be some difference. I'll find it out. Even you can find it out now. You can see this thing here.
The last one, user function evaluation.
Okay, so vectorize is the thing which I just told you. And
Yes, parallel using a parallel computer. Parallel
That
processing.
means the fitness and constraint evaluations are done on a group of processors in this first second. Okay, this is something different. Parallel.
It's serial and some
No. The vectorize is just this thing, right? Now in parallel, since the modern computer has like more than one core, like you have dual core, quad core, so you can use all of these cores. By default, it uses one core only. So you can do something for parallel processing that is different. That is from computational point of view. So we'll not indulge in that. So we'll be using either
So I
vectorize.
serial.
either vectorized or serial. Okay. So, right. Now, let us say you wrote a function and function file name is my function. So you just write it here, like at symbol and your function name, whatever it is. Then number of variables, we'll continue with that. So in that case, we have 3 variables, right? S1, S2, S3. So you will have 3 variables. You can specify your population size here. This is NP. In that matrix, the NP, you can change it from here. Now, higher the population, higher will be your diversity. Anyhow, but its effect is limited. So, anyhow, you'll know this once you solve it. Now, this C create function. Now, this creation function is for first iteration. Let us say we want to generate the initial population for iteration 0, iteration or epoch 0, whatever you call it. Now, in some cases, you know some potential answer, or you know some potential ranges. So for those cases, what you do, you specify initial population. Now, what will be initial population? Again, NP cross D, right? And if we continue our example, it will be 20 cross 3. Now, in some cases, you know that this 3 parameter, say from, I don't know, from prior knowledge, you have some idea that value of x1 is equal to 0.5, x2 is equal to 1, x3 is equal to minus 0.5 is little bit good, and you want to explore it. So you can include this in your initial population over here. So that thing is for that. So if you want something like that, you can have your separate customized function for initial population evaluation. So in this case, say you have this, say 1 to NP D. Okay, so this one of the solution you know in prior, so you can have it here in one of the row. Rest of the row can be generated randomly, right?
And show them this variable. Just put these variable.
Yeah, this is customizing. You can do whatever you want in your M file. This is M file.
The values of x1, x2, x3 are not the optimized value.
No, they are not optimized. But
They are
say,
the-
let us say you are designing something and you know that these values can be good, not necessarily optimum, but they can be good. So you want to, save your time. So you can put it there, or you can leave it as it is.
Use default and initial population. Use default and we
Yes, when you use default, it will be random. It will be randomly distributed. Say, when you give your search bound, yes, I forgot to mention search bound. This guy. See lower and upper. Now, in that case, let us say our function was f of x1 square, x1 into x2, and tan of x3, something like this. And we want to find its solution between -5 and +5 for all of the variables, let us say. So x1, for x1 search it is -5 to 5, x2 -5 to 5, x3 -5 to 5. Right? So in some of the cases this may be different. So here this you can mention like -5. That is it. So once you have mentioned your bounds, if you use default in initial population, it will be generated randomly between these bounds.
But I can make the bounds of x1 different
Yeah, that
Can
depends
debug.
on your problem. Say